सर्वभूतस्थमात्मानं सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि ईक्षते योगयुक्तात्मा सर्वत्र समदर्शनः. One who is united in yoga sees the self in all the beings and all beings in the self, seeing the same everywhere. Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, 29th shloka. Namaskara, myself Dr. Padmavati, and welcome to 26th day of Jnanaamrutha podcast series. And now we are almost towards the end of this month, that is Adhika Masa, and today's topic will be Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion, where most of us think it as the faith, sometimes the blind faith, idol worship, or emotional sentimentality. Today we shall go much deeper, as Bhakti, it is a complete science. It is science of the mind, of the nervous system, of the heart, that Ayurveda, yoga, philosophy, and now modern neuroscience also recognizes this as the most direct path to healing and liberation. Coming to this Adhika Masa, Bhakti Yoga is highly recommended. Coming to the word Bhakti, it comes from the Sanskrit root bhaj, that is bhaj dhatu, meaning to share, to partake in, to be devoted to. We should understand that it is not a passive worship, it is an active, dynamic, intelligent engagement of the entire being. It is the body, mind, prana, and the soul with the divine. The great saint Shandilya says, Bhakti is supreme attachment to God. Not attachment to its outcomes, not attachment to any people or possessions, but attachment to the source of all the existence itself. The Narada Bhakti Sutra defines Bhakti as Satu Asmin Parama Prema Rupa. Satu Asmin Parama Prema Rupa. It is one of the nature of supreme love towards the divine. Not the ordinary love, but a love that transcends all the personal desire, all fear, and all conditions. In Narada Bhakti Sutra and also in Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 9 forms of bhakti. It is often called as Navavida Bhakti, and we have seen various bhaktas coming across from the Vedic period until now. We can just have the types of bhakti and some examples. First bhakti form of bhakti is Shravana, like listening to the glories of God, like going to the discourses, going to the pravachana and listening there, or to the glories of God. Kirtana. Kirtana means singing and chanting his names, like the Purandaradasa, Kanakadasa. They chanted and they had various forms of doing the kirtana to their favorite Ishtadevata. Smarana. Smarana means constant remembrance, remembering the God with his various forms, names. And the fourth one is Pada Sevana, service at his feet, just like the servant, just like The serving the God, it will be the Pada Sevana. Archana, it will be a ritualistic worship where we are going to do the Archana of the God through various means. The sixth is Vandana, like prostration and prayer, where we are doing the Vandana with different forms. The seventh is Dasya, cultivating the attitude of a servant. Like Santa Tulsidas, all became a great bhaktas and their bhakti is in the form of Dasya. The eighth aspect is Sakhya, treating God as your closest friend. Like we come across Sudama and Krishna. The Bhakta was a Sakha, means a friend. And the ninth is Atma Nivedana, that is complete self-surrendering. Each of these 9 forms is an activity, a practice, a discipline. Bhakti is not a feeling that transcends on the lucky few, but it is a path that is walked, cultivated and deepened every single day. And this Adhika Masa is the perfect way for cultivating our bhakti. And in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna speaks of Bhakti Yoga across multiple chapters. Like in chapter 12, Bhakti Yoga chapter 18, the chapter of liberation. These all make us understand that the ultimate one-pointed focus of the Chitta on the divine and is the Bhakti. And in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Ashtanga Yoga, Ishvara Pranidhana, that is surrendering to God, is listed as both a niyama and the culminating practice of Kriya Yoga. He tells the Samadhi, the highest state of consciousness, is attained through surrendering to God, that is Ishvara Pranidhana. So Bhakti is not separate from Jnana Yoga or Raja Yoga, it is their completion. And also, the philosopher Ramanujacharya built his entire Vishishtadvaita philosophy on this one truth, that Bhakti is the means and the end, the path and the destination. And Parabhakti, the highest bhakti, is described by Swami Vivekananda as the state where the devotee, that is the bhakta, and the divine Ishtadevata, they merge completely. The lover and the beloved become one, like Mirabai and the Radha. This is not different from the Samadhi of Raja Yoga or the Jnana Yoga. All paths walked fully lead to the same goal. And in Ayurveda, it tells the manas or the mind is governed by 3 qualities, as you know, Sattva, Raja, Tama. And Bhakti Yoga is the supreme sattvic practice. The disease is going to arise at physical or mental level when the Rajas and Tamas dominate the mind. And when we are going to develop this Bhakti Yoga or go in the path of this Bhakti Yoga, it is the supreme sattvic practice. Like every element of Bhakti, like Japa, Kirtana, Puja, Smarana. Japa means chanting, Kirtana and the Puja, Smarana, repeatedly remembering his names. This all increases Sattva Guna in our mind. And as Sattva increases, Ojas also increase. Ojas means the essence of all the Saptadhatus, 7 Dhatus, which is the main substance for the immunity, vitality and spiritual radiance. And Charakacharya says that Sattva Psara Purusha, the person who is having supreme mental clarity has the finest ojas, the most resilient immunity, the most balanced doshas, and the most luminous complexion. Bhakti builds sattva, sattva builds ojas, ojas builds health, which is complete, total, and unshakable health. So, bhakti is indirectly leading to our perfect health. And during this Adhika Masa and also the coming rainy season, there will be a lot of immunological impairment. When you are doing this bhakti, the act of puja, we are going to engage all our 5 senses simultaneously. As if you are sitting in a puja room, the eyes sees the deity or our Ishta Devata, the favorite god, the lamp, the ears hear the mantras, the nose inhales the smell of the incense sticks, flowers, the hand touches the offerings, and the tongue tastes the prasadam. This is Ayurveda's complete sensory integration therapy, that is Indriya Prasada, where the healing through all the 5 senses at once. And coming to modern neuroscience, Dr. Herbert Benson of Harvard Medical School, he documented the relaxation response. That is, by measuring physiological change triggered by repetitive prayer and mantra chanting, which is directly opposite to the stress response. He could make out that heart rate decreased, blood pressure drops, cortisol drops, and immune markers will remarkably improve simply through devotional practice. And the science of spiritual experience in the brain shows the deep devotion and surrendering to God activates the prefrontal cortex, which is the seat of compassion, wisdom, and equanimity. It quiets the amygdala, the brain fear and threat center. So, this all literally makes us understand that bhakti rewires the brain towards peace. And it helps in releasing the oxytocin during sincere devotional practice. This oxytocin hormone suppresses cortisol, reduces inflammation, strengthens cardiac function, yes, our heart will be in a good condition, and builds trust and social connection, as social health is also very, very important. And the parasympathetic system that governs healing is also being taken care when we are doing the chantings or kirtanas or japa. And coming to the last, love, including the love of God, is the most powerful medicine the human nervous system has ever known. Bhakti is not superstition, it is the most advanced healing technology available to us. So, coming to today's practice, Shravana and Kirtana, this podcast is about the spiritual Ayurveda yoga aspects. You can listen to that and anything related with the God, as both science and spirituality are 2 faces of a coin. Smarana, the constant remembrance you carry throughout your day. Archana and Vandana, you can do your daily puja and pradakshina. Padasevana, like service to others as service to God, helping anybody. Dasya and Sakhya and Atma Nivedana, that final surrendering that Adhikamasa makes possible when all worldly activity falls away. Just one practice, any of these Navaveda Bhaktis, we can choose. We can practice, deepen that one practice with all your heart. And just like a river of water channelized to one stream cuts through the rock, Bhakti concentrated in one form, practiced with full sincerity, opens the heart completely. We can simply start with the Smarana, simply remembering the God's name with every breath. While inhaling, so, exhaling, hum. So, hum. I am that I am. This alone, practiced continuously, is Bhakti Yoga in its complete form. As we know, through Bhakti, in Bhagavad Gita Krishna tells, through Bhakti alone does one truly know me, what and who I am in truth. And having known me in truth, one enters into me completely. Like, if we want to know, understand God, we can just follow the path of Bhakti. Let us deepen our Bhakti from ritual to reality, from practice to presence, from knowing about God to knowing God directly. See you tomorrow. Until then,